Hello and welcome to Scoot Scoot Friday. Chris, just in time.
Hi everyone. So I'm having lunch.
That's all right. How are you guys?
Good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And hello to everyone tuning in. Great to see you. As always, we have a packed agenda. We did receive a number of questions, and we're going to save these for the second half of the show. First, we wanted to discuss some really exciting events that happened over the last few weeks, in particular, the Micromobility Conference. So the three of us, plus Aaron, made our way down to San Francisco, and we got to attend the Micromobility Conference North America, as well as visited Motorcycle Factory, which was pretty cool to see. So I'm curious, guys, high-level impressions, thoughts, comments, feedback on the trip. What stands out to you?
You want to start, Chris?
Go. All you. I'll go next.
Yeah. Well, visiting the Motorcycle Factory was nice, to see a big product like this made in the US. Really cool. It was a Zero motorcycle. So that was very interesting, and it's interesting to see the way that we manufacture things and like how quick we're like on our turnaround from like a concept to prototype to production compared to them, which is a lot longer for obvious reason. So that was really cool. Really like San Francisco as well. I love the city. I think on that coast of the US, my favorite one. And the show itself was really cool. We presented the Go. It was really well received. For once, all our scooters arrived in time for the show. Usually we always wait for UPS to come, and we're always stressing. So that was great. Shout out to Rider Guide that helped us set up the whole thing.
Thank you, guys.
We show at the booth, we had the Air 23, we had the City 23, the new Pro, and the Go. So it was like the new lineup, super sexy. And they were all working perfectly for the test rides and everything, which I'm not surprised. They always were great, but everything went flawlessly this time compared to, we always have some struggles. So yeah, it was a great experience overall. And we were joined by Aaron, as you mentioned, which is like our engineer here. So it's super nice that you got a chance to experience like how we compare to the rest of the competition in this show. It's always super motivating to see like, damn, okay, we're actually doing things right. So yeah, I'm glad that someone else that team could experience it with us.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, and just to add on, like it's one of those things that the Micromobility Conference happens twice a year, and it's a great occasion to meet other industry leaders, other partners, and also get feedback. And I think that was the main point of our goal. Our goal was to go there, share the Go that OR presented, killed on stage, and really get feedback of how are people riding it, etc. So just showing you a few things here, like, we were the biggest scooter brand, which was great. There was a bit less turnout overall, but it was fantastic. Like a lot of customers were like, I love the Go, I love the acceleration, I wish I was a front suspension. We're like, perfect, we're already working on the front suspension. That's in the thing. And then it was like, how do you like the weight? How do you like the short handlebar? How do you like, where do you see this as a business model? And that feedback was invaluable. So that was really cool. And then there's some other really cool products and all as well. If you go on the next slide, Match, this is more the feedback. And then the cool products we saw, like docking stations, we saw electric motorbikes, which are really cool. We saw accessories, like glasses accessories with mirrors built in to protect commuters when they're riding. They can see behind them without having ugly mirrors on their scooter, etc. So I think it was overall like the goal of this is really just to gain, again, feedback on the product, get a bit of insights into what's going on in the industry, and talk to some industry leading professionals. We had it was a really cool team. Shout out to Micromobility putting on a great conference. We even had our electric our scooter distributor in Australia, Scooter Hut, Josh, come and visit and test the scooter as well. So that's really nice. But yeah, it's always very motivating going to these conferences, getting all the feedback, seeing how much people love our product and going on. So yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, super cool. And I think what a lot of people also mentioned was just how different looking the Go was compared to all the other scooters at that price point. So, without naming brands, there were a couple of other players that were showing scooters in this, call it $1,000 price point category. And you kind of get the usual off-the-shelf components. You get the exposed wires, you get the screws, you get the kind of janky look of that scooter. And then you see this super sleek looking Go, and it was just like, wow, this is only $1,000, which was obviously a music to our ears because we don't have a good track record of making scooters that people are surprised with when it comes to the price point. Maybe I guess in the other direction, right? So it was great to hear that people really felt this was a high quality product that was made at an accessible price point. So that was really cool to see. And then, like Chris said, I think our heads were spinning once we saw all the other products that were available there too, from the charging and docking stations to, this was really, really cool. The glasses, it doesn't look like much in the picture, but actually what it was a design that splits the, lens into a lens as well as a mirror. So that's what you see there on the right-hand side. It's kind of the reflective bit. And the idea was that if you're riding a scooter, you don't really need mirrors. You can just kind of tilt your head to the left or to the right and have perfect field of view right behind you. So definitely a premium accessory. I think the price point they were targeting was like, what, 150 or something US. So interesting kind of concept, but in terms of making it affordable and widespread, it's not quite there yet. But yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also really nice because like we went to the MicroBits conference 2-3 years ago, right? And we were just launching our first product, and now we're seeing all these new products. So it's so nice being there, knowing how to go through a mass launch, and like after tens and hundreds of thousands of scooters sold, it's nice to be in a position where we're seeing all these prototypes being like, okay, there's a lot of a process that you have to go through, and we've been through it. So just really excited to have the insights, and especially for the Go, I think that's going to be the best selling scooter in the US next year. So super excited.
Yeah. What was the biggest surprise for you guys to the Micromobility Conference, positive or negative?
It's a hard one.
Surprise for me, the Infinite Machine, really cool, and the Infinite Machine was the picture we're seeing in the slides. It looked a lot like our design language, so like the Cybertruck, like moped. On this one, and just before we got to the show, there's a MKBHD on YouTube that released a video, so it was like perfect timing. You sit on YouTube, you're like, oh damn, and then you sit at the show. So really cool, and the team behind it too. We had the chance to talk to them, and super small, super lean like us, and they are able to do at least very good prototypes. So that was a nice surprise. So that was solid.
My surprise is always just our customers. I mean, it's like we had a 62-year-old jump on the Pro and drive it like super easy. She was driving nice and slow and saying the control is unbelievable. Like, it's so easy when you're sitting behind a computer all day, being like, the Pro is designed for high speed, achievers, and then you see people riding it at different uses and reasons, and they're like this, and then they buy it, and you're like, it's a good wake up call, and knowing who your customer is, and which I love, and it always just, whatever I picture the customer going to be, it always completely changes at a certain point. So I love that. That was my most surprising. What about you, Match? What was yours?
I was going to say the Pro as well, but more in a sense where, we announced the Go. It was like front and center. It was on a beautiful table. And then the Pro was sort of parked to the side, but without a fail, every single person that came by would just do a double take on the Pro, and then eventually end up being like, well, what is this one, right? And so you could really see that it gets all the attention, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, because you're trying to announce another product. Yeah. The Pro just gets all the attention. But then I think what was the second interesting bit there was that people would look at the Go, and then they would look at the Pro and see, okay, well, you're using the same throttles, you're using the same folding mechanism, you're using similar lighting design. So they would quickly make the connection between the Go being a more compact, lightweight, and affordable version of the Pro, which is exactly what we were trying to do. So it was the best kind of validation that we were hoping for. Cool, guys. Looks like we have a few questions. So just in order to kind of respect people that have submitted questions prior to the show, we're going to run through these first. So maybe we can divide and conquer. I'm happy to take the first couple, and then Chris and Alma, you guys can take the other 4. So the first question is, will the Go replace the Air? The answer is no, at least not right away. We see a way where these scooters coexist. The Air is a single motor scooter. It is more affordable, and then the Go will be $12.99, dual motor with suspension in the front and rear, with the kind of prominence display. So we see enough of a difference between these models to justify keeping them both. But of course, our sales will answer that question inevitably. So for the time being, you can expect both models to be available well into 2024, possibly 2025. We have no plans of actively discontinuing the Air as of today. And then the second question is, where and when can I try the Air? I mean, I think that ultimately depends on where you're located. If you are in either Montreal, LA, or New York, we have our repair centers there. You can go and take it for a spin. Alternatively, if you are located in a city that has access to our third-party servicing, you can reach out to them and see if they have any samples available for test drives as well. And then alternatively to that, we are going to be delivering a number of containers to Best Buy in the coming weeks. Chris, I think you can probably speak better to which cities are going to be included in that. But if you want to, at the very least, see the product, I don't think you're going to be able to test it and return it, but you can see the product, and hopefully that answers your questions. Then Best Buy would be another avenue. Cool. Chris, you want to, or Alon, maybe you want to take a stab at the next few questions?
Yeah, sure. By the way, for the Air for Best Buy, it's going to be available on the website. We have a map with all the repair center, and we are adding all the Best Buy. So you can just click there. We can book a repair, it's called. Should probably rename it. Can I sign up for future beta test now for the Air and Explore? Maybe for future one, yes. We're always going to be running beta testing. So I don't know if we can share, if we already have a link for that.
I think we do. Let me just pull it up. I can definitely send it in Slack here. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to be posting it in the comments here. But yeah, we're looking for a lot of people to test our scooter, so that would be great. All right, and well, all the other ones are Black Friday's question.
I can take those if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
So our Black Friday sale has started since yesterday, which is great. Is by far the best pricing you'll ever get on a Proto scooter, and it's running until the 28th or 26th of November, or until stock lasts. And it's selling out really quickly. So if you're considering buying a scooter, I would say make the most of it now. Yes, our discounts, to go through it a little bit, it's a little bit complex, and we're sorry. Just the way we did it, it's a different way. But essentially, you have a reduction on MSRP, which is a discount. Then you have accessories included in the box, which are free of charge already. And then you have a 10% coupon code if you use Black Friday 10. So make sure to use that, and you'll get an extra discount. And again, I know the pricing looks complicated, but these are the lowest prices we've ever had our scooters at on the new models. And this promo will be running again until stock lasts. So super exciting. The Black Friday deals will not change throughout the month. They should be staying the same all the way for the month. So again, and if we do change the pricing, we'll honor the change if ever. But we're getting a lot of questions saying, is it going to be cheaper on Black Friday? It is not going to be cheaper on Black Friday. The main goal is we want people to take their time to purchase and think about their purchase and do their research, not do an impulse purchase on a scooter. We want to make sure you're happy and satisfied with your scooter. So please leverage a team. We have sales calls if you want to have a call and go through that. We're super happy to help and make sure we get the right scooter for your needs. And then will there be a BOGO? Sorry, go ahead.
Just to jump in, the reason perhaps you're looking at these prices and you're wondering, is this it? Is the price going to go down? Like Chris said, the answer is no. However, we are taking a different approach this year where we want to incentivize our community members to get the best deals. So the way to shop the sale is to use the Black Friday coupon code, right? So Black Friday 10 is what you want to leverage for 10% off. So if you've been looking at our prices and sort of couldn't figure out why is it not looking like it should be, in terms of the deal, just use Black Friday 10 to knock off 10% off the price.
Exactly. And the last question is, will there be a BOGO? So buy one, get one free. There won't be this year. All the deals on the website, all the deals are going to be for the rest of the month. So again, please reach out to the team if you need any more clarification. We're super happy to help. And again, this is the best time to jump on the Proto scooter wagon. So we hope you'll join us.
Cool. Thanks, Chris. All right. Next question from this feed here. Do you only hire in-house software engineers or remote as well, like in the US? Well, I think this is a low-key job application for you. What do you think?
We do hire people remote. In fact, most of our team is remote, some within Canada and some in other parts of the world. So yes, if you think you would be a great fit, please send us your resume. Maybe you can... I'll just drop my email here. Actually, I don't have access, so I don't know much if it's you can put it. But I'll leave my email, and please send me your resume.
Cool. Any spare parts available for the Pro yet?
No, they're going to be produced with the Pro order, which is starting in 14 days. So they're going to be produced in China, put on a boat with the rest of the unit, and they're going to be arriving at the same time as the production of the Pro, which is late December.
Yeah. So I am B-Man. Let us know if you're part of the beta program. I imagine you are if you're asking for spare parts, in which case you're probably either looking for the IoT module or the controller, most likely the controller, I imagine. So just, please reach out to our support team at probeta@apolloscooters.co. Everything should be communicated to you in terms of those ETAs. The IoT modules should have already been shipped out and delivered. And the controllers, I think, like Awa said, we're looking at, early December timing for those?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, so hang tight, they're coming soon. David, thank you very much. That is one of our goals for 2024, to really expand our reach into the US a bit more. That's why Best Buy is such a strategic opportunity for us. We want to get more customers on our scooters and really help the brand grow there. We think there's a lot of opportunity there. If you think there is some ideas you have to help us advance and develop further and faster, let us know. Ralph, okay, looks like you've been waiting for parts, which is totally unacceptable, and we understand your frustration. Maybe a bit of context, on what happened and why we've been out of parts on certain models for so long. We basically had a production outage this summer, which created a massive backlog for parts, as well as scooters. That's why you saw such long pre-order waits on our scooters. That's why we've also been slower than we would like to be in terms of fixing and repairing scooters. The good news is that we have fully recovered on scooters as of last week, and we are about 80% recovered on parts, with the full recovery expected to take place in early December as well. So Ralph, in your case, I see you've already shared your order number, and we have someone looking into your case right away. So Randy, if you could please just ping Abe and get back to Ralph, preferably in the show, that would be great. And if not, we'll follow up with you via email. Okay, so please hang tight, Ralph. Mike, were you guys planning an event at the LA Service Hub soon? I don't think we have one planned right now, but that's a suggestion we can definitely consider. Yeah, we were just there, and we originally were going to pop over to LA and make a stop out of it, but in the end, we decided not to, because we felt it was we were looking for an occasion, I suppose. Before we had the Phantom, now we're waiting for the new Explorer to also become test drivable, and as well as the Apollo Go. We can then use those products as a way to organize test drives and events. But if you have an event idea, let us know. Obviously, it doesn't take a whole lot for us to organize one, and if it benefits you, we'll be happy to look into it. Okay. Crazy, these glasses look cheap. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. They didn't feel cheap, in all fairness. Like, they felt really nice and refined. Almost felt like Ray-Bans. But if you have seen them for much less before, shoot us an email. Honestly, we would love to know where we can get them for $10. That sounds amazing. Oh wow, this one's for you. When can I order the retractable lockbox?
We are aiming for 2025. No, we got the latest prototype here at the office. So the one we posted, did we even post a video about the V1 and V2?
I think so, and I also think it's available for pre-order on the website, actually.
Okay. Yeah. So video was posted about the V1 and V2. We got the V3 here. We're gonna make a V4 because there was a couple of things I didn't like. Right now we are at the stage of the V3 is great. It's just little improvement we need to make. And we are making the box right now. And again, the box is going to include the adapter to fit on all of our models, all of them, except the old Explorer and City. But it's going to fit on Phantom, Pro, City, Air, Go, the new Explorer. So we're just finalizing that. When we're going to go in China in 2 weeks, we're going to see it, and we're probably going to be posting more videos then. So to answer your question, when can you order it? Probably now. If we have the link, that'll be great. And when are you going to get it? Probably in January.
Sounds good. David, can we expect a new video on the Apollo Explorer soon? Yes, you can. It's dropping next week, actually. I already filmed it. Randy's editing it as we speak. We just didn't want to launch Black Friday and draw attention away from it at the same time, so it's dropping next week. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm looking for a tire. Actually, mine caught a gash. Yes, that's part of the recovery. That's happening in the next few weeks. That said, tires are fairly, depending on which model you have, they might be fairly generic. So if you have one of the older models like the Ghost or
no, he's got the Pro, so he's asking for spare parts on the Pro, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So unfortunately, I think that you might be the first case of a flat tire on a Pro that I've heard about. Yeah. Well, any thoughts on what we can do other than unfortunately wait until the tire becomes available?
We could take one from one of our unit and send it.
Where are you? Bayman?
I'll just leave your email down and we can we'll quickly internalize and find a solution for you.
Yeah. Let us know where you are, and if you can give us your email or order number, that'd be great. And we'll have someone reach out to you. Cool. Stefan, hey Mac, I sent you an email last week regarding a conversation we had about my Apollo City. I accidentally called you Matt. That's okay. It happens. Stefan Davis, let me just take a look at my inbox quickly. I don't seem to have it. I hope you sent it to maciek@apolloscooters.co. So I don't see it in my inbox. If you could just resend it to, once again, maciek@apolloscooters.co, I'll get back to you there. And I think that's the end of our questions. Yeah, it looks like we go through all of them. Cool, guys. Okay, we still have a few minutes left, so okay, perfect, Stefan. Do forward it now. And you can send it in chat. Cool, sounds good. We have a few minutes left. I'm curious, what are you both excited about right now? What are you, what's keeping yours going?
For me, it's Best Buy's getting their stock next week, so I'm super excited about that. I think complete different markets. It's going to be a big learning curve. We've spent a lot of time working on the boxes to make sure it stands out. I think again, L1, the team killed it on that as well. It's been a lot of preparation for everything. So, we do everything as a test. If it works well, great. If it doesn't, we learn and we pivot. So I think this is going to be really huge, and we're tracking that closely. We also launched another distributor in Australia, which I'm super excited about. Again, we have some great distribution and we have some amazing products coming up, and like being able to ride the Go, even if it's concept every day, is so exciting. And I just can't wait for that to be on the market. So I think it's like we're just getting started, and the products are getting at an incredible stage, and there's a lot to be excited about. So that's more of it for me. It's more distribution and the Go.
Nice. For me, production of the Pro, that's starting in 2 weeks. That's going to be great with all the improvement that we made. I'm really excited we'll see it and try it. Really excited about that. And we just added a lot of people in our QC team as well. So we should see more improvement on the side. We have the Apollo Explorer dropping the video. I cannot wait to see all the comments. It's either going to be great or a disaster. People are convinced that riding like this is not stable. We do address it in the video pretty clearly. But yeah, we're just excited, I think, the whole team to see those comments to guide us if it's worth continuing or not. And lastly, the Go, when we're going to be in China for the production of the Pro in 2 weeks, we're going to be producing 30 Apollo Go. So we're going to be trying all the front suspension, and it's all coming from the mold. It's a longer prototype. So I'm curious to see how it's going to really come together, how great it's going to feel. And all the latest improvement that we took, even from the Beta Pro, we applied them to the Go. So I think it's going to be a fantastic scooter. So I'm excited for the three of us to be riding it in the street in China and shipping it back here for the employees and the beta test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the Go is the one. I've always been like, I guess maybe not disadvantaged, but I do live in a condo, and I've always wanted to bring a scooter inside, but the Pro just, you can't really justify that amount of space unless you have a garage or like, you know, a big house. So the Go is the one for sure. I'm new to the Apollo brand. Are the batteries removable and swappable? From Akiko. Oh wow, for you.
No, just on the Apollo Explorer, which is the one we just referenced. There is a V1 video out there that you can go see. The V2 is similar, but way better. So that's the only scooter we made with battery swappable. On all our scooters, though, it's pretty straightforward to replace the battery. You open the deck, it's right there, and there's screws holding it, and it's one connector. So it's not swappable, but very easily repairable. But yeah, the Explorer would be the only one with swappable at the moment.
Cool. And then,
version of
is
the
it
Pro.
bad to leave? Oh, sorry. Someone wants more power as well.
I think there is enough power. We just, for all the people that did the beta group, we were asking question in the app to rate the amount of, like, how are they satisfied with the hill climbing capability and a bunch of other questions. But hill climbing capability and just power in general was 4.5, which is pretty good. It was one of the highest rating. So we do think it delivers a lot in terms of power. And like we explained multiple times, we are not aiming for a beast of power with the scooter. It's the experience in general that is way above like its class. So that's what we're aiming for, more than just power and power.
Yeah. And like we said I think in the last few podcasts, like we see how users ride all of their scooters, and even with the Pro, like the average speed is 35 kilometers an hour, and there's like 2 peaks of top speed during a ride maximum, right? So it's like, we understand people love power, but the reality is not many people use it. But it is important to have, and that's why the acceleration, at least you can adjust your acceleration curve, so if you want some juice. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be making a 100 kilometer or 100 mile an hour scooter anytime soon, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
For 6.
He was saying, is it bad to leave my city in park mode for a long period of time? I notice a big battery drop. It should not, as the only consumption is the P on the display that says that it's in park mode. So no, it should not be draining the battery. Yeah.
So any idea what could be causing this?
I don't know. We need maybe if you could send more details to our support group, for all that would be nice, so we can check in our backend to see your battery dropping. But it should not be consuming a lot of battery. It's going to consume some, but not a
lot. Cool. Can I get my Pro in Chrome? Unfortunately not. It was a one-time launch on the exclusive edition, but we appreciate the support. When can I expect the delivery of my Pro? Right now we're on track for late December, early January, I think. So yeah, like we're heading to China in 2 weeks to sign off on the final production, starting next week, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Then yeah, we're just going to go there and sign off on the last few units, and then they get loaded up and shipped off. So, you know, pending any hiccups with like customs clearance, which doesn't usually happen, but anything's possible. Like it's happened to us before. We're looking at end of December, early January. VW Bora. I think this is JP, right? Or JC? I'm pretty sure this is you. So you're telling us that the top speed is not so good. This is what always happens when we make a killer scooter, and then you love it so much, you get so used to it that you just want that extra bit of juice every time. Like we've seen this happen time and time again. You start with an Air, then you switch to a City, then you switch to a Phantom, then you switch to a Pro. So I'm afraid, yeah, this is about all we've got to offer within the Apollo portfolio.
It's also the 12-inch tires. You know, it's so big that it's limiting the amount of acceleration. If you had the same power on a 10-inch motor, then it would be insane. But yeah, because of the size of the tire, it's taking out a little bit of acceleration. From Mike, in the future, if you wanted to upgrade the Pro Beta unit to have a new front forks with bearing, would that be possible? We were actually talking about that this morning. most likely the kit that's going to be made available for ProBeta users is going to be, well, replacement turn signal caps, because on the toolkits there's 2 included for all the models, so we're going to be shipping those. An improvement of the full day mechanism, the tolerance are better, it's smoother to clip it in place. And the other one is the grip tape. A lot of people had to remove the grip tape to install the IoT and put it back, so it's not sticking as well. And we made some change at the back of the grip tape to cover the whole footrest, so that's going to be shipped. And we basically divide it in 3 categories. What is easy to repair, which is what I just mentioned. What is like medium repair, and what is hard. The front swing arm is definitely in the hard section. I don't think anyone would be able to do it. You need to bring it to a repair center unless you have like you're a mechanic. So we most likely not gonna offer it. What you could do in the future is be like purchasing this spare parts from our spare part assembly, from what we're gonna have on the website, and then change it yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for what we're gonna ship to ProBeta as of now, at least.
Yeah. Cool. And guys, I think we're out of time. 30 minutes and over. So thank you both for chiming in today. Great recapping the conference as always. And for everyone who tuned in, thank you once again. We hope to see you back here next Friday. It's going to be a big one next Friday. We're going to talk about the Explorer, which will have just dropped. So if you're looking to get more insights on the V2, please come back 1 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, and we hope to see you there. All right. Thanks very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.